Indriyasya means of the senses. Indriyasyārthe in the sense objects. Raga, attachment. Dveṣau, also detachment. Vyavasthitau, put under regulations. Tayoho, of them. Na, never. Vaśam, control. Āgacchet, one should come. Tau, those. He, certainly. Asya, his. Paripanthinau, stumbling blocks. Translation, can you repeat after me? There are principles to regulate attachment and aversion
They are
There
principles to
principles
regulate attachment and aversion
pertaining to the senses and their objects.
pertaining to senses and their objects.
One should not come under the control of such attachment and aversion
One
One
should
should
not
not
come
come under the
under the
control of
control
such
of such
attachment and aversion
because they are stumbling blocks on the path of self realization.
because
because
they
they
are
are stumbling
blocks on the
blocks on
path
the
of
path of
self-realization.
self-realization.
Thank you all. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And devotee want to read? Suma Mataji, you can read?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna to all. Those who are in Krishna consciousness are naturally reluctant to engage in material sense gratification. But those who are not in such consciousness should follow the rules and regulations of the revealed scriptures. Unrestricted sense enjoyment is the cause of material en- engagement, but one who follows the rules and regulations of the revealed scriptures does not become entangled by the sense object. For example, sex enjoyment is a necessity for the conditioned soul, and sex enjoyment is allowed under the license of marriage ties. According to the scriptural injunctions, one is forbidden to engage in sex relationship with any woman other than one's wife. All other women are to be considered as one's mother. But in spite of such injunctions, a man is still inclined to have sex relationships with other women. These propensities are to be curbed. Otherwise, they will be stumbling blocks on the path of self realization. As long as the material body is there, the necessities of the material body are allowed, but under rules and regulations, and yet we should not rely upon the control of such allowances. One has to follow those rules and regulations unattached to them, because practice of a sense gratification under regulations may also lead one to go astray, as much as there is always the chance of an accident even on the royal roads. Although they may be very carefully maintained, no one can guarantee that there will be no danger even on the safest road. The sense enjoyment spirit has been current a very long time owing to the material association. Therefore, in spite of regulated sense enjoyment, there is a every chance of falling down. Therefore, any attachment for regulated sense enjoyment must also be avoided by all means. But attachment to Krishna consciousness or acting always in the loving service of Krishna detaches ones from all kinds of sensory activities. Therefore, no one should try to be detached from Krishna consciousness at any stage of life. The whole purpose of detachment from all kinds of sense attachment is ultimately to become situated on the platform of Krishna consciousness.
Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila
Thanks.
Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Very sensible topic and very much relevant to all of us. So just quickly go 2 minutes and don't take much time. And but you can quickly share quick point. Then we'll discuss some more angles to understand this. Okay. Yeah, 3.34 Bhagavad Gita sloka. Few. First is In the last sloka and this sloka, you will see a contradiction. In the last sloka, Krishna is saying that, so don't suppress your nature, whatever nature you have, don't suppress it, don't repress it. And here he is saying that you regulate it, if you see it properly. Last sloka, he didn't say that you regulate it. Here he is saying that you regulate it. So he is saying that even if you have been given a method to enjoy, or your senses can still be used in some level of enjoyment, do it regulatively. Do it regulative means do it within a box, within some boundaries, within some limits, within some rules, within some regulations. Don't do it excessively. So he's trying to say, even in India today, people what they do Monday, let's say, or Tuesday, Thursday, then maybe Saturday, many people they don't eat non-vegetarian food. They don't eat drink alcohol on certain days. From where these regulations are coming in? They are coming from scriptures, let's say for them. So they follow to some extent. Within some regulations they're doing it. I'm not trying to say that the regulations they're following is correct, but I'm saying the followance of regulations, that habit is coming from scriptures, so people are doing it. They do sometimes some things for 1 month, and then they do it for next year only they continue doing it, some austerities. So these are all coming from scriptures. So Krishna is saying that if you want to enjoy your senses, do it in a regulative way. Now, what is that regulation? So, in that regulation, a person should be having detachment from material objects. Only that is the concern? No. At the same time, they should have attachment for Krishna. Actually, at the root cause of our suffering is not that we are detached from anything. It is because we don't have any attachment for the Lord. Even also, we are not suffering because how our karma is generated. Not because that we are just simply attached to sense objects, so we are getting karma. We don't have any attachment for the Lord. That is why we are getting into this suffering. It is like we are not attached to higher taste. We are attached to lower taste. Lower taste is sense object. Higher taste is Krishna. So because of our attachment to lower taste, which we are thinking to be enjoyment, is actually resulting in suffering. Attachment to our lower taste, which is sense objects, is leading us to not have attachment to higher taste, which is Krishna, and that is leading to suffering, but we think that as an enjoyment. So that is our situation right now. So what should we do? I will tell you one thing. There are some examples in Srimad Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavad Gita which will help us to understand this better. Now Arjuna, let's say, he was fighting in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, right? So he was saying that he will not kill anyone. Now, not killing anyone was his sense enjoyment or was pleasing to Krishna.
Sense enjoyment.
Sense enjoyment.
Now, if I tell you to kill someone, will you consider not killing of your decision sense enjoyment?
Wasn't it more like attachment to his own relatives,
Correct. But who doesn't have attachment to relatives? Everyone
everyone?
has. Everyone has. We can, if we are able to keep Arjuna in a place where we are saying that his attachment to his people was sense enjoyment, then if we are put into situation like that, then can we also tell that will be sense enjoyment? Yes or no? Sabarish Prabhu? Meda Mataji,
Uh,
are there? Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
this
Prabhu.
enjoyment,
That
uh,
means, now why I am asking this question also I will tell you. Because in our mind, because of the society, parents, whatever books we have read and learned and heard, we have some set of regulations we are following. Not everything we are following today. Not all of you, whatever you are following today is all Krishna conscious regulations. हमारा सब है, कुछ घर से आया है, कुछ बाहर से आया है. Now in Krishna consciousness, we are trying to blend all of them. But how to know what is the best? So here the question comes. When we say sense enjoyment or when we say pleasing Krishna, so we have to not only take up decisions or services that pleases me in Krishna consciousness, that should actually please the Lord. So there are two kind of services. One is some services that will please us. Second is those services which will please the Lord. That means it may not be pleasing to me. It may not be pleasing to me, but it will please the Lord. If someone is doing that, then they can say that they have developed an attachment to Krishna and they have developed a detachment to their nature or their rules and regulations or their whatever they are following. So right now, our detachment to sense object has not come to a platform where we can reject what is not good for us. We don't like to do that, but still we end up doing because it is pleasing the Lord. Arjuna was in that situation where killing his relatives was actually not pleasing to him, but it was pleasing to the Lord because he told him how things are working and it is against dharma to not to fight and you have as a kshatriya have to fight and then he did that. Second example, do you know Bhibhishan? What he did? You write down, I will tell six examples today. So first is Arjuna. Second is Bhibhishan. Bhibhishan, what he did?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, he abandoned his brother and joined with Rama.
Exactly. He abandoned his brother. Not only he abandoned, he also told how to kill his brother. It is not easy. Do you think that he was not loving his brother? It's not like that. He loved his brother so much. Actually, if you read Ramayana, he tried to change his brother so many times. He loved his brother like anything. Who will not love his brother? Even if he know that he is a demon, but still he loved his brother so much. But he is the same person who gave how to kill his brother. Now, if you are in Bibhishan position, you will feel that I am cheating my brother. Yes or no? You will feel. कि I am cheating my brother by telling someone how to kill him. It is like I am killing him, right? It is like I am killing him. Just that I am killing not directly, I am killing through someone. But even if he didn't like that, he did that for the pleasure of Lord Ram, for what Lord wanted. This is service. I am saying today, many of us might say that Prabhu, we are doing services. I know many of you are stretching also. You are doing whatever you are not wanting to do, but these examples will help us to understand real service means yes, the mood that I will stretch myself to do something which I don't like. That is real service, that is real attachment to Krishna. Not that the things which I like, only I will do. Third example, Yudhishthir Maharaj. Yudhishthir Maharaj is an embodiment of what? Following dharma. Yes or no? Truthfulness. He will never in his life he didn't follow dharma. नेवर, एक्सेप्ट वन टाइम। एक बार उन्होंने फॉलो नहीं किया। वन टाइम ही डिडंट फॉलो, ही टोल्ड लाई। Now you tell me, a person who is truthful his entire life, his life is made up of that. No one can actually convince him to tell a lie. Yes or no? And if he tells also, he will feel like I should give up my body. मेरा अभी he cannot see himself again anymore. Yes or no? Right? You understand his situation. He is a dharma. He is actually dharma personified. But he told one time lie, and he didn't feel guilty about it. ऐसा नहीं कि उनको गिल्टी फील हुआ, ही फेल्ट गिल्टी आफ्टर ही टोल्ड लाई बिकॉज ही वाज अंडर सो मच प्रेशर, ही कुड नॉट से नो। नो, ही हैप्पीली टोल्ड दैट लाई अंडर द guidance of Krishna. He didn't ask questions to Krishna that Krishna, you know that I am a person who is, even he is elder to Krishna in age wise, that Leela wise, he was elder. Krishna was actually paying obeisances to Yudhishthir Maharaj by touching his feet because Yudhishthir Maharaj was elder to him. Still, Yudhishthir Maharaj didn't ask him that why you did not, why you allowed me to say lie. You know that I will not, I have not done it any time, I will not do it any time. He just followed what Krishna said. That means he went against his nature. Arjuna went against his nature. Bhivishan went against his nature. So in the previous sloka we discussed that we should not go against our nature. But that is for whom? That is for general people. Devotees of the Lord, in this sloka we are discussing. Devotees of the Lord go even against their nature. Against that they are a Brahmana. Against that the nature that they are a Kshatriya, they are a Sudra, they are a Vaishya. They are going above that to please Krishna. Many people might say that this is our Brahminical culture doesn't tell this to do. My Kshatriya culture doesn't tell me this to do. But devotees will transcend that, will break that to please Krishna, even if it is required to do so. You are getting where what we are discussing right now. Yeah? Higher commitment can be achieved by destroying our attachment to lower commitments. So many society will tell us many things. Don't you think that society would have told Bibhishan that you are a cheater? They would have told. Many people have told Arjuna that because of you, we are widow today. We are widows. My sons do not have their fathers today. Many would have told Arjuna. But still he took it all pain. It's not like going against your nature will not have pain. It will have pain and burden. But they took it to please the Lord. It's not like it will be very smooth, and sometimes out of fear of that also people don't do. But Vaishnavas take it because they're ready to accept anything to please the Lord. So how many examples we covered?
Three,
Three.
Prabhu.
Three.
Another three. No. Another three was Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhiveshan, and Arjuna. Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj, what he did? He gave up his guru, Sukracharya. Sukracharya was cultivating the demonic family since ages and ages. Bali Maharaj was born in that demonic family, but he has that habit and nature of giving dana, sacrifice, charity to everyone. And he was giving to whom? Vamana Dev. Vamana Dev came to take that sacrifice from Bali Maharaj, and he was asking that you give me 3 feet. So he gave everything. That last feet he allowed on his head. Sukracharya, his guru, was not allowing because he knows that once this person will give himself, he is surrendering, he is gone. My life is gone. Whom I will train? What will happen? But that moment, who will actually reject a guru? But a guru who is not correct can be rejected. इतना बड़ा बात. So, don't you think that if Bali Maharaj is such a person who gives everything in charity, he will not know the value of a guru? Not like that. He valued his guru up until that point where the guru deviated from scripture. And because the guru deviated, he gave up the guru himself. It is not easy. Because of that, he will be called as Guru Drohi or, Guru Tyagi, whatever. He would be called with many names and things. He took that burden that whatever you call, but I will do it for the pleasure of Lord Vishnu. Huh? So, so how many happened? Four. You see, they all went against their nature. Then fifth is Prahlad Maharaj. What Prahlad Maharaj did? What he did?
He opposed father for Vishnu, even though born in demonic family.
What he did? What Prahlad Maharaj did?
Prahlad Maharaj asked Narasimha Dev to kill his father.
Yes. He actually asked his Narasimha Dev to kill his father and he garlanded Narasimha Dev for have been killed his father. उन्होंने अपने पिता को मारने के लिए कहा और उन्होंने भगवान को माला भी चढ़ाया कि चलो आपने उनका अंत कर दिया. You have ended his life. It was not like never in his Prahlad Maharaj's life you will see that he was hating his father. He was not hating. He was asking him to transform. He was compassionate for his father. A devotee means compassionate. He understood that my father is captured by mode of tamoguni and rajoguni. So he is not able to think correctly. He wanted his father to reform, to change his stance that you are not God, Vishnu is the God and you follow along with me, become his devotee. But his father didn't pay any attention to that. So what he did, he requested Narasimha Dev to kill. And he also garlanded his. And when he was requesting Narasimha Dev, he also said that, please forgive my father. Even if you kill him, please forgive him. So it is not a small thing. See, these seems to be stories. Then you see, sit in front of that position. Skip yourself. Will you do so? Even if it is for Krishna's pleasure. Will you, if Krishna come in your dreams and tell that you kill your father because your father is a drunkard or he has done so many things in this life, that life, or whatever, will we kill our father? Will we kill our brother? Will we kill our relatives? Will we give our guru just because Krishna is saying? We'll request Krishna that please allow only one this thing. Don't say me this thing. You tell me anything but not this. So how much they had attachment to the Lord? How that is called Krishna Prem. How much love they had for the Lord. There, without any questions asked, they were ready. They were ready to do anything. That is a Vaishnava attitude. That is called unalloyed, pinpointed surrender to the Lord without any reservation. Without any reservation. Pinpointed surrender to the Lord. So how many six happened, right?
Five only.
Five.
Five, Prabhu.
One more. One more is Vasudev. Who is Vasudev?
Father of Lord.
Father of Krishna. Don't tell. Vasudev is Krishna. Vasudev is father of Krishna. Vasudeva and Devaki. Now, Vasudev is a person who is also kind of a righteous person, honest. Never ever in his life he has used dishonesty. But one time he used dishonesty. When?
When he put Krishna to
When he didn't give Krishna to Kamsa.
yeah.
Right? He gave all the childs to Kansa except Krishna, the eighth child. He didn't give. He was dishonest. He performed dishonesty. The quality of his nature is to be honest, but he performed dishonesty. My parents will tell that to me sometimes that our culture is this, we should follow this. Why are you following Krishna consciousness? Why are you following Bhagavad Gita? We have brought you up in this culture. We should follow this. Our culture is the best. We should preserve our culture, give it to the next generation. That is called attachment to regulative principles also, where we are not understanding that we are attached to the principle, but this attachment to the principle is taking us away from Krishna. Yes or no? Attachment to principle will be there. That I will chant this mantra only. My mother said she was chanting from beginning one mantra. Then I told her, why don't you chant Hare Krishna Maha mantra? She said, I will chant this mantra because I am very much. So that attachment to that mantra is also Lord Bhagavan ka mantra hai wo. But that is not Hare Krishna Maha mantra. Attachment to that is keeping her away from attachment to Krishna. So what is the value of following that principle? What is the value? That is called no, I am not discussing with you all that attachment to sense object that you all know. Attachment to raga-dveṣau, attachment to non-prasadam, वो तो पता है आपको. Bad things, illicit things. We are discussing about attachment to lower rules, what we have in our life, what society has set for us, we have set for ourselves. Because of that, we are going away from Krishna. And you remember these 6 examples. They performed dishonesty. They performed against Dharma. Yudhishthira Maharaj did that. They performed killing people just against their nature. Their nature is saying something else. And they took the burden of the society to hear from them. They were not worried. But they did it for Krishna. Arey, what to speak about this? Krishna himself has done things like that. Krishna is called, he has got a name, you know. What is that name?
Leah.
Huh? Ranchod. You know Ranchod.
Achha,
Ranchod
Leah
means
also
what?
this thing.
Who has
So
left the
go back
battlefield.
to that. Back to that.
Left the battlefield. Normally, a Kshatriya who leaves the battlefield is called a coward. He should either kill people and come back home, or he should be killed there. That is the duty of a Kshatriya.
Jarasandha.
Yes, Jarasandha. So he was called Ranchod by Jarasandha. He could have set example ki, see, he himself can kill Jarasandha, but he was utilizing his soldier. 17 times he killed Jarasandha's soldiers, but he didn't kill Jarasandha. Why? Because his purpose was to kill many demons. So Jarasandha in every war was bringing more demons. Then he will kill all the demons. Then again he will bring more demons. He will kill all of them. So in one shot, Krishna was killing. So he was not killing Jarasandha. So he was killing many demons. So he allowed 17 times. 18th time he did not go because he understood that there are other purposes he has to fulfill while he is in this time. So he left the battlefield. He was not called a coward. He was called Ranchod, and there is a temple in Rajasthan. He is celebrated and worshipped as Ranchod Ji, okay, who has left the battlefield. And by this, what he is showing? Greatest renunciation. There are 6 Bhagavans, we say na, 6 Bhaga. One is that he is the greatest renunciant. सबसे बड़े त्यागी हैं वो. What he gave up? His name was attached to the word coward. That he is also okay. Whatever you want to call me, you call. I will do higher purpose only. So what to speak about his devotees? He himself is not worried about these tags. What people will give him. What people will criticize him. Purpose is important. Goal is important. Pleasing Krishna is important. Pleasing my devotee is important. For Krishna, it is important that to please my devotee. So other purposes means other leelas he has to do for his devotees. He cannot continue for 25 times to fight with Jarasandha. These 6 examples which I gave is not only an example of attachment to Krishna and giving up something which we don't like. Normally, we don't give up things which we don't like. Even if devotees, they don't do that. They will like certain services, they will like certain people, so they will not speak to certain people, they will speak to certain people. They will only do certain time of the day, some activities. They will attach to some mantra, they're attached to some rituals that the family has given. There are many attachments we all have. Many attachments. Until we are giving up these attachments, we are never able to going to get attached to Krishna. That is not possible. What we don't like, we should give, na? What, sorry, what we like, we should give, right? So we are giving up what we don't like. What we like, if we give up, then it is the best thing. That is why we say when brahmachari, sannyasis, we worship them. Why? We worship their sacrifice because they are giving up what they have liked, right? Their family, they also like their family. They also want to be with their mothers, with their fathers. They want to do seva for them. Now people when become brahmachari, sannyasi, what outside people say? Arey, you are running away from your responsibilities. Yes or no? They say. You are thinking that you will do bhajan. Who will take care of your parents? They hear this, but they have understood. Ki yes, taking parents' cares is my responsibility, but there is a higher responsibility. So I have to give up this lower attachment to this so that I can develop attachment for Krishna and Krishna will take care of my parents because everyone is his children. So this point we should understand. But these six examples are also an example of what is the difference between mode of goodness and mode of pure goodness. Satogun and Suddha Sattva. If someone asks you tomorrow, give me practical examples of what is the difference of activities between a person who is a Satoguni person and who is a Suddha Sattva person. Satoguni means better than Rajoguni Tamoguni, but not the best because that will still bind you in the material world. That is Suddha Sattva means what is Sattva? Following the scriptures. That is Satoguni. They will follow rules, they will follow regulations, following the scripture, but they will not have attachment for Krishna. Because they will follow कि ये शास्त्र में लिखा है तो मैं follow करूंगा, but that will take them away from Krishna. There are many things in the scripture that will take away from Krishna because they are little lower rules. There are higher rules also. And Suddha Sattva is something doing for Krishna which you don't like to do, but because it will give him pleasure, so we do it. That is Suddha Sattva. So all these six example, if you see, they did dishonesty, they spoke lies, and they gave up their guru, they gave up, their Kshatriya quality of saving the people. Everything they did to satisfy the Lord. Okay, so that is Suddha Sattva. Okay, so I don't know what topic was today. I brought this topic connecting to that. Just trying to showcase because here about attachment is mentioned. So where we should have detachment and where we should have attachment, I was trying to portray. So our sufferings in today's time is not because that we are attached to material objects or rules and regulation. We are not attached to Krishna. We are not understanding that pleasing him is, let's say, sometimes they will say someone died in the family. So we follow 13 days. We want, how can I come to temple, Prabhu? How can I go? But Vaishnavas, same day, they start resume their services. Outside people will do निंदा. अरे तुम्हारे घर में कोई मर गया है तुम कैसे जाके सर्विस कर रहे हो? How are you doing service? So the lower goal is that you follow that someone has died. But the higher is you understand, okay, he has died. Anyway, that person has gone. By me doing service and offering it to him, better he will get some better life, better body. So what is the purpose of following this 13 days? There is nothing actually to do. Next moment I should resume my service. I cannot displease Krishna for 13 days. So attachment to rules also is a that I'm not saying that we are all pure devotees that we shall do it, but our consciousness and mentality mindset should shift to these things. Okay. So then slowly what will happen? That is the mode of Suddha Sattva and working in the footsteps of these acharyas, six acharyas we discussed. Not acharyas, but at least six examples we took. So that mood we should cultivate. Ki what is the lower attachment? What is the higher goal? Is it going to take me away from Krishna or not? Okay, I stop here. Any questions? Any confusion was there or it was clear? Or you knew all this, so it was okay. Means I'm okay with anything. Maybe many of you would be knowing this.
प्रभु
देखो सबके लिए मैक्सिमम एक ही क्वेश्चन है, हाँ ठीक है, कोई भी पूछ सकता है. ओनली वन
मेरा
क्वेश्चन.
क्वेश्चन ऐसा है जो थोड़ा सा ये कंट्रोवर्शियल क्वेश्चन है.
तो बाद में लेते हैं प्रभु आपका, ठीक है ना. रेस्ट ऑफ द डिवोटीज कैन यू आस्क.
नहीं प्रभु पहले सुन तो लीजिए, वो बोला
अरे
कंट्रोवर
रुकिए
होगा.
प्रभु, मैं पहले दूसरों का ले लेता हूँ, आपका तो लूंगा ही मैं, ठीक है ना. एक सेकंड प्रभु, हाँ बस खेलो, मैं लूंगा आपका. मेधा माता जी, यू हैव अ क्वेश्चन राइट?
Yes, Prabhuji. For Shloka 3.4, there was a line
3.4 या 3.34?
3.34.
हाँ ओके.
I'm not quite sure now, but the link that was posted, right? Uh,
3.34 today's sloka. Yeah.
yeah. So there was a line where it was mentioned um, any kind of aversion can also be a blocker for self-realization. So
This
I
point is
wanted
good.
to
This point is
understand
good.
how that can.
Yeah, yeah. So, this, sorry, I actually wanted to say this also, that there is a line that any kind of aversion can also be a blocker to your spiritual path. उसका एग्जाम्पल में गिल्ट के बारे में बोलते हैं. लाइक व्हाट हैपेंस व्हेन यू डू सम मिस्टेक, यू गो इनटू अ गिल्ट जोन. लेट्स से यू हैव ब्रोकन अ रेगुलेटरी प्रिंसिपल. ओके. And let's say, or you have done something which you know is a mistake. Then what you go through? You go through a guilt. Vaishnavas also go through guilt. Now, the guilt is sometimes so high that they don't follow Krishna consciousness. They say ki I am not eligible, I am not qualified, and they stop doing it because the guilt is so high. So that is a aversion to Krishna consciousness because that is taking you away from Krishna. Instead, our acharyas like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they have written Vaishnava bhajan only on guilt. Our acharyas, they have written Vaishnava bhajans only on guilt. Ki I am not able to do, I am so bad at it, I don't know anything. But that has made them coming closer to Krishna. Even guilt can be used as a tool to come closer. So don't be in a guilt zone for so long that ki I have done any mistake so that I will not practice and I will enjoy my senses. Don't do that. Yeah. So that is the understanding of even sometimes aversion can also take us away, or it can be a blocker, or even that also, and what we discussed, that detachment and attachment, if not centered around Krishna. Now, what is happening? People are doing attachment and detachment. Let's say on Monday, they will say that I will not eat non-veg. That is a detachment. But is that detachment or following that rule bringing them closer to Krishna? No, because they have made their own rule ki only on Monday I will do so. You're getting my point, Mataji. So people are doing many sacrifices. They are sometimes putting some holes in their body. They are beating themselves. Those are also detachment from bodily pain and all. But is that going to help you to come closer to Krishna? The goal is not clear for them. So that is also a blocker because they are attached to that kind of detachment or that kind of attachment for a very long time. Getting my point, Madam Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. On that, I have a follow-up question. So, how can guilt be overcome to become closer to Krishna? Because if a
Guilt can be
regulatory.
overcome means simply Mataji, guilt, we have been doing mistakes from last many birth. There is nothing new that we are doing mistakes. If a
Hmm.
mistake has happened, it has happened. Keep it aside. Start doing what is the solution. Don't think so much on the mistake. If really we are worried about we did a mistake, act on the solution. That what I should do to overcome it immediately.
Okay.
There is no point in dragging that point. Okay, I've done a mistake. I've done a mistake. Then 5 days I'm worried why I did a mistake. Leave it. Done. We have already Krishna has forgiven us for many births. He knows that we are a person who will do mistake. Leave it aside. Start doing what is to be solution. Work on solution. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other question? I think some other devotees were also having question. Loganathan Prabhu, you have a question?
Yes, Prabhu, I just wanted. In one of the line I just went through some time back, I even posted on the message also
Acha.
that detachment from kind of
Just by engaging the service of Krishna itself, not less than sense gratification. आपने लिखा है कुछ ये.
but attachment to Krishna consciousness, acting always in the loving
So
service
actually
of
what is हाँ yes.
detachment from all kinds of sensory activities.
देखो अभी क्या है ना, वो अटैचमेंट डिटैचमेंट सेंसरी एक्टिविटीज के बारे में लिखा है. मेरा फोकस था कि क्लास में कि we today also have our attachment, but that is not centered around Krishna. That is centered still around us, I am saying. Okay. So
But
we have to
only with
understand.
the service to Krishna wholeheartedly and
Hmm.
continuous, that also detaches from the sensory activities.
Yes.
That is the bottom
Attachment
line.
to attachment to Krishna will ultimately also help you in detachment from sensory activities. Yes.
Sensory activities, correct.
Yes, that is correct. क्योंकि if you work on not getting attached to sense objects, that will not work out. That approach is wrong. Approach is that we should attach to Krishna. We should take up steps to please him. Automatically we'll get detached from. That is
Sensory
why
activities.
when new people come, they ask us, na, shall we have to stop non-veg? No, you start chanting. Don't give up non-veg, don't give up alcohol, don't give up anything. Just start chanting. Automatically by chanting, they will feel detached to everything else. We don't have to tell anything. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Any other question? Okay, maybe senior devotees want to add any point? Ishan, Bharat Agraja, who else? Prasanna Chitta.
Prabhu, I do not understand this. What is the difference between Sattvaguni and Suddha Sattvaguni?
Suddha Sattva and Sattva.
Yeah.
Sattva is mode of goodness. Mataji, mode of goodness means everything from scripture, but Krishna not in the center. It will be other devatas, it will be public, humanity, animals, service, all services, which will give us punya.
Prabhuji, everything is not under like scriptures. There are, yes, some part it is like for higher, heavenly planets and they do sacrifice, not entire thing, right? Because
Yes,
some,
that is what we are saying, na. That is what we are saying. People might follow scriptures, but still be away from Krishna.
but those scriptures are meant to, reduce
Meant
the.
to develop what? To do dharma. Okay, meant to give you punya out of that dharma. Slow process of bringing you to Krishna with many birth. That is not bhakti yoga. That is karma yoga. So, if you want to practice bhakti yoga, which is direct, then we have to center it on the Lord, which is faster process. That so Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam will not speak about those activities. You will see other Puranas, other Upanishad in that zone mostly. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. It is not like they are wrong. They are meant for a purpose to bring you in a regulated activity. People are unregulated, to at least follow some regulation. Now all of us are wanting to become Vaishnava. So we have to transcend that. That is why we are discussing little higher topic. Else, if you want to be there, anyone wants to be there, they can be there. But they will not become Vaishnava. They will not become devotees of the Lord. They will become karma kandis or karma yogis basically. Also they can become, but it will take a lot of time is required for them to come to Krishna consciousness. Okay. So mode of goodness is not the best. Mode of goodness is a step to Suddha Sattva. Uh, but yeah. So that is why, because this Vibhishan, even if he would not have told his brother's weak point, still he would have been mode of goodness. Like, ठीक है, I have surrendered to Lord Ram. Whatever Lord Ram says, I will do. Why I have to go from my side and tell that this is the weak point of my brother? And still he will be in mode of goodness. But he wanted to transcend that. Against his nature, he did. That sacrifice point when comes for Krishna, something you have sacrificed, that only will bring you closer to Lord. And that is Suddha Sattva. Okay. Same for Arjuna. If you would say that I will not do whatever you say, Lord, I will still go away and do what? Sannyasi. I will become a sannyasi in the forest. That is mode of goodness. He will become a sannyasi. He will not do any bad activity. But he didn't follow Krishna, so he will not be able to closer to the Lord. So the Suddha Sattva he'll never achieve. Okay. That sacrifice thing was not there. That is the difference. Any other questions? Oh, or we can wind up. It is already 10 o'clock, 9:45. Ishan Prabhu, Bharat Prabhu, anything to add? Prasanjita?
Yamal Prabhu had a question. All good.
Hmm.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Okay, Shamal Prabhu, your question. We can take last question and we can wind up.
Bro, sorry if I would say anything again, so I don't know how to put it across. But then it seems like the normal, like what we do, like chanting and all, it seems simple though. But then the getting pure Suddha Satoguna, it's very, very difficult, it seems. Uh, so it may give a kind of very tight goal or very difficult goal to achieve. So sometimes it may derail the motivation also, like it is not possible.
Yeah.
So
Do you know this sloka, Prabhu? Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langete girim, yat kripa tamaham vande, Shri Guru Dina tarinam. Mukam karoti vachalam. Mukam means people who cannot speak. Karoti vachalam, they start speaking. Pangum, who cannot walk, they don't have legs. They start climbing mountains. Yat kripa tamaham vande, with your kripa, O Lord. So anything which is impossible becomes possible by the mercy of the Lord. That you agree or not?
that I agree.
Bus. If you agree means you start have faith on that statement. Agreeing only is not enough. We should have faith. Ki today which seems impossible for me, people have made it possible. Then how do we see devotees performing on this platform? We see means it will happen. It can happen. Why we are so much worried about the results? Why we are not worried about the actions we do? Lord will take care of the rest.
So
Yes or no?
getting the Suddha Tattva, like, is it something like we have to sacrifice like others? What do you have?
Sacrifice what? Family.
Many things.
आपको टाइम लगेगा इसको समझने में क्योंकि अभी ये सब चीज़ नया है ना क्योंकि बहुत लोगों को शायद ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैं हम बात कर रहे हैं कि वो लीव योर फैमिली लीव योर थिंग्स एंड ऑल नॉट लाइक दैट sacrificing means what means you have to see nobody wants to get up early in the morning everybody wants to sleep now you are waking up for whom you are waking up you are sacrificing your sleep not sleep your laziness to chant to go to mangalarti so that sacrifice is expected that you are doing for Krishna right हम थोड़ी ना आप कह रहे हैं कि जाके किसी को मार लो We are not asking you to, no one is asking you to kill anyone. So which you don't like, you are doing. Or which you are liking, you are giving up. You are like to have hotels, food given in restaurants and everywhere else. But you are giving up, you are saying, no, no, I will not have because it is not prasad, it is not given to Lord. So that is a sacrifice. So which you don't like, you are doing it.
These can still be manageable, but the
प्रभु
kind
आप
of
क्या सोच रहे हैं वो बता दो ना. बेटर यू टेल मी व्हाट यू आर थिंकिंग दैट इज डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू टू सैक्रिफाइस. देन विल क्लैरिफाई कि यू हैव ए रॉन्ग अंडरस्टैंडिंग और द राइट अंडरस्टैंडिंग.
family first of all, I
फैमिली
would say.
किसने बोला? ऑल वी आर सेइंग दैट वी आर कल्टिवेटिंग गृहस्थस. आर वी गोइंग टू से दैट टुमारो ऑल विल बिकम सन्यासीज, दे विल लीव देयर फैमिली? To
That
Arjuna
that
only he said not leave your family. Vibhishan left his family. Then why are you getting wrong understanding that leaving family and all? आप समझो. Don't understand the literal sense, understand the meaning behind things. Even the six examples I told, who was not a family person? Everybody was a grihastha. Not to a single person Lord has said that you live a family life. Then why are you getting this wrong understanding? Okay, we can take up your question, but I don't see there is any connection here. You have wrongly understood, so please rectify it. Lord is not asking to leave family. Do you think I am going to leave my family?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I would like to add that he's getting
Yes.
confused with the
Yeah,
word
yeah.
detachment and leaving family.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, that is what I want to say. The detachment is there, but it should not be confused with leaving family and leaving duty.
Yeah. Within family life, how much you can sacrifice, that you see first, Prabhu. Okay.
Bro,
Start. Did
one
you
quick
get this or not? Yes or no?
uh I'm getting it theoretically, but to assimilate and getting that consciousness like at the connecting to God, like Prahalad Maharaj and all, I think that part is still be missing.
You
So,
share your fears, we can share the solutions. Okay. So
Prabhu,
detachment. Yes.
one quick. So while I work on this consciousness part and the correction, my own first of all, but then let me check with you one another thing, a small follow up. So when we do devotional services or any service, I would not say devotional, any service for a larger purpose for the welfare of others. So if we say any dishonesty or uh, not, what do you say, not truthful, so will that still be viable or will it still be counted under dharma?
I didn't get. You are going to do services for not Krishna.
Services or like
Uh-huh.
services in the
Like helping
larger
people.
context, welfare
Mm,
of others, or maybe
mm,
some.
mm.
So even we say sometimes if we say lie or dishonesty, so will we still considered under dharma?
If what purpose the lie is for. So leave anything, service or anything. We are discussing today that not like we are encouraging that you tell lies or you show dishonesty and that is okay because you are a devotee. We say that we are discussing the topic that when the consciousness is why are we doing that for a higher cause. Okay, that Yudhishthir Maharaj told a lie. What is the higher cause? Krishna wanted that to tell a lie to Yasodhama, you know, sorry, about Aswatthama. So when it is for Krishna consciousness, for that reason Yudhishthir Maharaj was allowed. Bali Maharaj was allowed to be, leave his guru, or dishonesty was allowed by for others. So for that reason, it is not like using this discussions as a tool to tell lie. It is not like that. Okay,
No,
we are
no,
not
no, no, no,
discussing
no,
that.
no, no, no. I didn't mean that
Mm. Yeah.
that way. I'm
So
just
if
saying
you
like.
Yeah,
If
you
I
understood,
if
right, what I'm saying?
yes, I got that. So I'm saying I did not mean that. I'm just
Okay.
saying like if we are doing some good work or like
So then in
which is
that
virtuous in
purpose,
nature.
why did you say lie has to be first understood. Why we want to tell a lie? Okay. So check with senior devotees always that this is a situation. If this lie can be utilized because I have this purpose to serve Krishna, then if it is approved, then please you can proceed. Okay.
Okay.
That will be better because sometimes our mind can say that this is okay, but actually that may not be true, you know. So better check with devotees. That will a second opinion with devotees are always better. Okay. Okay, thank you all. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So tomorrow 6 o'clock to 6:30 we'll dedicate our chanting to Guru Maharaj. You can dedicate all your chanting of rounds. Tomorrow is a very critical day, so please join in. From the next 12 days, we will continue praying for his health. Thank you all. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna,
Dandavat.
Prabhuji,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna,
Pranam.
Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.